Let's talk about it. 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 On the Vera Thomas Show. Let's talk about it.
Hallelujah.
Hey there, Jason McNamara here, and I'm about to drop something truly game-changing your way. Are you tired of the same old 9-to-5 grind? Feeling stuck in obtaining the life you deserve and craving something more? Well, listen up, because I've got something you will not want to miss. Introducing the No More 9-to-5 Club Professional Membership, your ticket to freedom and success in the entrepreneurial world. With our professional membership, you'll get access to weekly coaching sessions, pre-recorded trainings, and a vibrant community of fellow game changers. You get access to technology that will allow you to automate passive income streams, as well as unlock all of our expert-led trainings in the back office so you know where to go for good advice when you need it. You will also use the club to build up a residual income stream with a 2-tier 33% affiliate commission unlocked at this level, allowing you to help people help themselves while generating a residual passive income stream for yourself. And here's the kicker. For a limited time, you can unlock all of this just for a $1.11 donation to our club foundation.
I like this one.
Your first month is on us. So what's holding you back? Click the link below, make your donation, and let's start building the life and business of your dreams together. Here at the No More 9-to-5 Club, we're all about turning dreams into reality and smashing through those glass ceilings.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, we've got the tools and support you need to thrive and evolve. And don't forget to sign up for our bootcamp training. It's the perfect way to kickstart your journey and unlock even more perks. So what are you waiting for? Join the No More 9-to-5 Club today, and let's make those dreams a reality. I can't wait to see you on the inside. You only get one now. Invest it in your better future. Let's make magic happen together.
Hello, hello, hello. No more 9 to 5. I am so excited about my guest tonight, Jason McNamara. Let me pull him up. Hello, Jason. How are you tonight?
Hey, I'm blessed and really happy to be here. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm blessed, and I am so thankful that you're here tonight. And I'm going to share with our audience a little bit about who Jason McNamara is. He is a seasoned entrepreneur, marketing expert, and captivating speaker, deeply committed to fostering financial autonomy with a diverse journey that includes accolades as an award-winning mathematician and service as a respected veteran. Thank you so much for serving. Jason's career has evolved into a successful venture in sales and business development. His life experiences have become the foundation for a self-sufficient life driven by a passion for value creation and giving back. During his career, Jason's financial acumen sharpened, enabling him to spot opportunities and grasp the intricate dynamics of wealth creation. His role as a trusted advisor equipped him with vital skills that guided his entrepreneurial pursuits. As a co-founder of 4DVs, a business accelerated efficiency. Okay. I lost my place. Okay, business. Okay. Well, anyway, his life experiences have become the foundation for a self-sufficient life driven by a passion for value creation and giving back. During his career, Jason's financial acumen sharpened, enabling him to spot opportunities and grasp intricate dynamics of wealth creation. His role as a trusted advisor equipped him with vital skills that guided his entrepreneurial pursuits. So I am going to shut up and give Jason the floor to tell you more about him. So, Jason, just kind of share your story and your history. And before we do, we've got some comments coming in. Okay, Wesley, he says he's listening. Thank you for listening. And please share this with others so that they can listen too. So, Jason, I'm going to give you the floor.
Thank you. Thank you. So, wow, that's a bio to live up to. So hopefully I can captivate my speech here and drop some nuggets. So I know you kind of wanted me to talk about my story and real quick bio. Thank you for everybody watching this first and foremost. Thank you for your time. I wanted this to be valuable. So I was born in the Caribbean. I grew up in South Florida. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. Had to work really hard for everything I had. Single mom raised me, and she worked overnight shifts at the hospital. So I was outside running around, looking for companionship instead of sitting at home by myself a lot, and ended up always doing good in school. That's where I won the American mathematics competition. Was in the 10th grade. I beat the rest of my school at Fort Pierce Central. So growing up, had to learn a lot of valuable lessons early on, and establish a lot of independence for myself, and learn a lot of social skills and things from other people, not necessarily getting it from the right places or my parents. Overcame a lot of different things in my life, which we might get into later. But to keep the bio short, I ended up joining the military. I was in the Navy. I became a prison guard in Guantanamo Bay. I assisted with CIA interrogations. I got 2 Navy and Marine Corps achievement medals, got out with my honorable discharge, took a job at the state of Florida for the Department of Economic Opportunity, helping veterans overcome barriers to employment. And that job was hugely intrinsically rewarding, but it did not pay well. We were able to break records. We set out to get 100 vets hired in 100 days. I think we ended with like 430 something. The state liked what we did so much that they rewrote the rules for all the other offices. And me realizing at the time, going to school full time, employed full time with my own child at home, that I didn't have the flexibility. I wasn't making enough money to really provide a confident future for them. So I wanted to do better. And I took a job in sales. So I started off going door to door, and I got really good at it. I learned how to be a trusted advisor. I switched over to a family-owned pest control company, and I retired as the #1 guy in the entire company. And part of the journey for that was learning how to listen to people, learning how to have empathy, learning how to understand people and solve problems. So with that being said, part of my journey was learning from other mentors, but also having a lot of self-discipline, a lot of commitment to doing the things that I needed to do to stay focused, to continuously better my future, to make sure that I was showing up at the right time and doing the right thing. And those series of good choices adds up. It compounded into early retirement for me. After COVID hit, we were blessed enough to be able to homeschool the kids. We live on 5 acres here in South Florida. We grow our own food. We've got beehives. We got a pond stocked with fish, a shooting berm, and 4-wheeler trails. And I realized that I built the life that we didn't need to vacation from. I built the life that I could be with my family and make sure that my prized possessions, my kids were getting the childhood that I didn't get. I had accomplished that, right? And then I started spending more time on the internet. We started building some local nonprofits to change their community, knowing that, we got to pay it forward. And that's when I started noticing a greater need. And I started really opening up my eyes to the rest of the story and the rest of the world and what was going on the internet, and how many good people were struggling to do better. They were trying to find a way. And there's so many things that turned me off, so many rabbit holes that I went down in search for finding the best of the best to put it in front of my own audience. It was an interesting journey. So that's the quick bio, Vera. That's where we're at. And apologies if there was a disconnect. I had a phone call. I need to get a second device that nobody called. So
Yeah, don't call him right now. Okay, and I'm getting feedback. All right, so what we're going to have to do is have you mute while I'm talking. and then I'll just have to go back and forth and banter back and forth with you. So what I want to ask you, you talked about having you're raising your own food and doing all those kinds of things. And I know you're very involved with veterans. So before we talk about anything else, first, thank you for serving. And I want you to share your passion for veterans and what it is that you're doing. And I know this 9 to 5 has a lot to do with veterans as well. So I want you to just kind of share that piece of what it is that you're doing. I'm going to put myself on mute so that you can share without, oh, we got a couple comments coming in before we do. Let's see here. Okay, Jason is amazing and on a great mission to help empower others. Thankful for Jason and how he is showing up and being of service. Thank you, Vera, for having Jason on. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just so happy that he's here with me. All right, thank you, Matt, for sharing. All right,
Thank you, Dr. Pat.
Jason, share with us more about this no more 9 to 5 and your commitment to working with veterans.
Sure. All right. So definitely a passion of mine. Obviously, when we worked at the state, there was a lot of intrinsic rewards because we love helping our brothers and sisters do better. I love seeing everybody do better, but people specifically that went in the military, I know some of the struggles and I want to assist them. I had a lot of assistance in me overcoming mine. So when we first built the No More 9 to 5 Club, we had an amazing concept. Brought a little traffic to it and realized people loved the concept. And we had 4 trainings of financial literacy, wealth mindset training, social and emotional intelligence training, character development training, trusted advisor training, alpha training, and stoicism training. That free boot camp has transitioned into something that includes quantum enlightenment, goal setting, self-discovery, meditation, really the foundation that anybody needs to be happy and holistic and healthy, which is the foundation for a successful entrepreneurial journey anyways. So I wanted to give out as much free value as I could because this is meant to be a mass market offer. This is meant to help a lot of people. And I realized that in doing that, not having any paid programs, our people didn't make any money, and there's a lot of things that needed to still be developed. But I still wanted to give out stuff for free, so we give veterans free professional membership in the No More 9 to 5 Club. The club also, the proceeds from the club also supports the No More 9 to 5 Foundation that has 2 assets. One is to assist veterans and first responders with PTSD. We have specialized training and people inside of the club for that. And the other aspect is to assist aspiring entrepreneurs. So even if you don't have any money, you don't have a credit card, you can still come in and get a lot of knowledge. And, if the membership likes your mission enough, they like the vibrations that you're putting out and they want to support you, our membership ultimately decides where the proceeds are going, who we're going to support, who we're going to foster and make sure that they're getting the love and nurturing that they need to succeed and grow.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And the fact that you have such an affinity towards veterans and wanting to help them move forward and being a part of No More 9 to 5, I know the value in the trainings that you're offering, and it's free. It's free training. If you want to build your everything about you, if you want to be more empowered, if you want to look at ways to build your business, if you want a community that's going to support you and encourage you, you want to be a part of No More 9 to 5 because that's what this program is all about. It's about helping lift each other and helping to empower and support and encourage. All the things that I stand for is a part of No More 9 to 5. And I know you're also a father. You have 2 beautiful sons, and you said you homeschooled them. And so I'd like for you to kind of share with us your journey as a father and what's so important to you as a father. And then we got another comment coming in. Keep those comments coming. Jason is awesome. Tim Miller says Jason is awesome. Thank you
I think
so much
10
for
bucks.
listening. And please share with others so that they can get the nuggets that they're going to get from this show tonight. So if you could just kind of share with us about being a dad. It is so, fathers, you are so needed, so needed. And so, Jason, I know that you being a dad, what does that mean to you? Please share with us.
You know, it means so much. Like when I think about my legacy, right? I think about my kids. I don't think about the No More 9 to 5 Club or houses or any of that. No amount of money can compare to them. But going back to my childhood, I mentioned I was raised mostly by my single mom. And my dad, even though he was able to see me more often, he didn't see me as much. He was out living his life. And I didn't like that growing up. I did not enjoy uh, having a father who was distant or there for me when he was able to be or feeling like it. So I wanted to make sure that my kids didn't feel that way. I wanted to make sure that I was there for them, that they knew that they were supported unconditionally, and give them a foundation that I wish I would have had. Uh, and I think every parent, they say there's no book. There's plenty of books about it. You can read all the books, and you can still run into experiences that are not in the book. So, part of what we teach in the No More 9 to 5 Club is to notice things, stay vigilant. A lot of the things that we put in here aren't just for entrepreneurs; they're for regular people that work 9 to 5s. We've had homeless people come into the No More 9 to 5 Club that changed their circles, changed their habits. They've got keys to apartments and cars, and they're shaving and now networking with local business people. We've got people that, of course, come in and want to scale past 6 figures. We've got a place for everybody. But the special place that I have is not just for veterans, but for parents in general, because the next generation, I mean, we've all been at the store and we've seen those kids that just we're like, hey, maybe you should discipline them, maybe you should teach them some things. Like, we got to do better for our country, for our world, for our society. We have to spend the time with our children to mold them. Those are our mini us's. Like when I see my kids, I see me, right? And what kind of greatness could I accomplish if they're not going to be following a similar footstep? It's like what we teach. It's a holistic thing. It's like, you have to take some time to exercise your mind and your body. So the same thing with you as a father or as a mother. You can't spend all your time working and all your time going to school and not any time giving your children love, not any time giving your children those reassurances, the nurturing that they need to grow. Because why are you working? Why are you going to school if it's not to protect your family, your tribe? And if, I'm sure everybody watching this gets what I'm saying 100% here. We need to show up as our best selves for us first and foremost, but also for them. We need to lead by example. We need to be strong. We need to make sure that we are able to care for ourselves so that we can overflow onto them so they can see how they're supposed to care for themselves when they're older. Self-care should be a priority, as well as education, physical fitness, health, making good choices, gaining wisdom, consistent education. All of those things need to happen. I know it's really easy to say, oh, we got off of work, I got to cook dinner, here's the remote, or go play that video game. Super, super simple. But when you think about what happens day after day after day of them doing that, what do you have? What child have you raised? Is he a character in a video game? Or is he the controller controlling the character in the video game?
Woo. Oh my God, you have said so much right now. Parents don't realize how important it is to spend time with your children and give them, like you said, they're many yous, and children grow to be what they see and what they are around. And I have such a passion for kids. I work with kids and their parents. And what you're saying is just so, so, so important. It is so important that parents spend time with their children. Yes, you have to work. Yes, you have your own personal things that you need to deal with. But I'm telling you, not spending time with your children, you will see what that does in the long run. And so you spending that kind of time, I remember being involved where there were 5 kids. I used to drive Uber, And there were 5 teenagers that got in my car at different times throughout the course of that night. Out of those 5 kids, only one of them had a decent relationship with their parent. Only one of them. And we're talking across the board. I had a white male, a black female, a black male, a Hispanic female, and a biracial kid. Out of those 5 kids, only one of them had a decent relationship with their dad, with their parent, and it happened to be the young black male. And all the other ones had all kinds of issues with their parents. And so, parents, you don't realize the impact that you have on your children. And so, for 9 to 5, to look at the holistic approach to business, to living, to caring, you want to be a part of 9 to 5. I'm telling you now, you want to be a part of no more 9 to 5. Now, you talked about this 5 acres of land that you have and how you grow your own food. You have beehives. I want you to talk about that. Talk a little more about that and talk about how I'm sure your children are involved in the farming aspects in your home. So talk about that and talk about the value of growing your own food, because that's also very important. We live in food deserts throughout this country where there are no stores. And so people learning to grow their own food is also something that's very important. Not only that, when you look at all the antibiotics and all the things that they put into food anymore, and then we wonder why people are sick. We wonder why people are overweight. We see the biggest chicken breasts that are as big as turkey breasts, and then we wonder, we're putting that into our bodies. I'm going to stop talking and let you share, because I could go on and on about this because it's all so important. But I'm going to give you the floor again and let you talk about the importance of growing your own food.
I love that. Before I do, I want to just thank you again, because your empathy, your intuition, your wisdom, your poetic voice and artistic expressions is just truly a blessing to be involved with.
Thank you.
And the club encompasses so much. It is not just about marketing, lead generation, or hiring other people so you can be more effective and have your time, or letting your money make money for you while you sleep, or any of those things. If I had to boil it down to one thing, I would say it's about quantum enlightenment, understanding the power of your own thoughts, your own mind, the power that you have within you. And once you can tap into that, growing your food becomes easy. It's like a no-brainer. It's like, purple sweet potatoes. How can I not grow these? So
wait, purple sweet potatoes?
Oh, you don't know. You gotta try it. They're so good.
Really, I'll have to come to Florida
All right.
and check out.
I got to go back on my story a little bit. So remember when I told you I was working for the state of Florida, and it was hugely intrinsically rewarding? One of the reasons, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my story, is because I had a duplex and an HOA. I bought my first house, I had a kid, and I wanted to plant an orange tree. I grew up in South Florida. I eat fruit, right? And I thought I could do that. I finally owned some land. Well, my HOA told me no. And that was ultimately the straw that broke the camel's back, that helped me leave the state of Florida's cushy job to take a role in sales, because I wanted to garden. I wanted to grow some fruit in my backyard. And I realized if I was going to buy more land, I needed to make more money. So after that, I transitioned to a house with no HOA, where I had a nice corner lot. I put in an irrigation system. I planted a bunch of fruit trees. I had gardens growing in the backyard, and I lived there for many, many years. And then that was my dream. I was like, I got a third of an acre and growing some okra and some tomatoes and some this and some that. And then I wanted more space and more land and more privacy. And now we have a pond stocked with fish. I couldn't have beehives at that other house or a pond stocked with fish. I couldn't have a shooting berm or four-wheeler trails. Definitely wouldn't have room for the amount of fruit trees I can have now. So it is important to care for yourself, to care for your own body. And it's a lot easier when you don't have to go to the store and import a bunch of produce and a bunch of healthy things, because you've invested your time and energy I kind of look at this as like a passive income stream. You plant the tree, it grows, and it feeds you, right? It's the same concept. Our people, society has been feeding themselves for a long time. This new experiment where we all go to the grocery stores is recent. So, it is not absurd for people to have chickens in their backyard and produce eggs or produce whatever they can produce on their land. And the more that you can produce, the more that you can focus on nourishing, wholesome foods that you put in your body. Well, your body's a machine. It's a big meat suit, right? Your brain, your heart, you have a soul, kind of controls it. The more good fuel that you put into your body, the better results. It's like a car, right? You don't want to put in the bad gasoline that has water in it. You're not going to drive your car around and never wash it, never put new tires on it. You got to maintain your body. And that's just one aspect. Eating healthy is one aspect. Movement. It has been proven in so many studies, like you have to get up and move a few times a week. It's important for your mental health, your long-term health. So again, the club is about vibrations, about understanding the power of your own mind and maintaining balance. Because when you're running around all day making the right choices or the next best choice, it's going to be easy. It's going to add up into more free time, more success, disposable income, as long as you're doing it with the right foundation.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. And let me ask you, you're not expecting this question, but are you on any medications or anything like that?
No, I eat really. There was a time when I was working that I almost was on medicine. I was going to fast food restaurants. I was heavier. I was out of shape. And I remember my doctor telling me I had high cholesterol, right? Fast food restaurants, I was 1 point over. And I argued with her and I said, wait a minute, hold on, doc. I know I can eat a few more salads and exercise a little bit more than what I've been doing, and I can fix this. And she was adamant. She was like, I'm going to put you on medicine. I said, no, you're not, because I can fix this. And so we made a deal. Instead of coming back the next year, I came back in 6 months when I passed my test, because, of course, I didn't want to take the pills or whatever she wanted to put me on. We were good. And as of now, like physically, I've got some, neck aches. I got some issues, but I'm not taking anything on a daily basis. That's not natural.
I agree. It's not natural. I agree. I'm 70 years old, okay? And I'm not on any medications either. I may not be as healthy as you are, but the fact that, and I refuse, my doctor wanted to put me on high blood pressure medicine, right? And I said to her, nope, you tell me what I can do to lower my blood pressure without medication. She happened to be a doctor from India. And she said to me, well, turmeric is a staple in our diets, and that will help alleviate and lower your blood pressure. So I started taking turmeric. No high blood pressure medicine here, no medications whatsoever, because we take medicine for one thing and it's causing damage in another area. And so for you, I'm so glad I asked you that question.
Me too. I can tell you, I feel very, very adamant that our medical industry causes more problems than it solves on the Western side. After I finished my MBA and I started, discovering the law of attraction, quantum vibrations, and enlightenment, I started studying Eastern medicine as well, with chakras and everything else, energy healing. And there's a lot of amazingness to it. The Eastern side is a lot more about maintaining a healthy balance and putting the right things in your body, so you don't have to do what we do on the Western side, which is, chase those short-term dopamine boosts and deal with the consequences later. Don't worry, buddy. We got a pill for that. Here, eat another one.
Yeah, and we have a comment here. John Jew, thank you so much for listening. And he says, Vera and Jason, the synergy and positivity is so inspiring. Seeing your heart shine through is amazing. Such a beautiful thing. So appreciative and grateful for your leadership. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you. And please share this. This is going to be on 21 podcast platforms. So people are going to hear and see what we're doing. And then he says, good work, Vera. You too, Jason. I love your attitude, your sick care system. Our sick care system does not work. No, it does not. People are dying taking medications, and I just If you can heal, as a matter of fact, the foods we eat can heal us.
Let me say this. John Jew is actually one of our longtime club customers, and he actually has an organic popcorn business, and he has things that are meant to do what we just talked about with society in whole. Dr. Matt was commenting earlier, also another one of our amazing members in our audience, and he too focuses on the holistic perspective to save diabetic patients from having to possibly get amputees. Like,
Yes.
don't wait until the doctor says they got to cut it off. Let's
Right.
reverse it a little bit if we can.
Right now. Right
Yeah.
now. Yes. And I hope that John and Dr. Matt can both come on my show so that they can talk about what it is that they're doing to help heal our land. We need to heal our land. And oh man, this is just awesome. I'm excited. Okay, so Jason, talk to me. Just talk to me.
But by the way, let me say this, since open dialogue, because I saw Tim Miller too drop a comment, so I want to give him a shout out. He just got Puddles Be Gone, which is proprietary patent pending technology to keep your floors dry in Walmart and all over. It's going. That's like that. I'm so proud of him for that. Like he came up with an invention all on his own.
And he's a veteran also, isn't he?
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
These are some of the people that you get to intermingle with when you join the No More 9 to 5 Club. I think we have a higher capita of people who are like scaling on their 8th company for 7, 8, 9 figures sometimes than most normal organizations. So the goal of the No More 9 to 5 Club was to provide all the common sense solutions, all the things that actually work, and then find the experts and bring them together and put them up here as experts and bring the other people who needed their expertise, say you're welcome.
Yes.
Here's your answer. Now we have Chat GPT, but people still like talking to people. We're still a little bit more intuitive than Chat GPT. So
yes, and I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to put the link for No More 9 to 5 in the chat so that you can join this organization. I'm telling you, it will not be a waste of your time. And there's really not a whole lot of money involved. So $1.11, you can join for that. And so it's up here on the screen and it's also in the chat. So you want to click on the link and join No More 9 to 5. Be a part of a community that's full of hope and life, inspiration, education, and empowerment. You want to do that. I'm telling you, you want to do that. And Tim, he said, thank you. And I'm hoping that Tim will also come on my show and talk about this invention. I saw it in the Facebook page group. And I want to know more, even though I don't have an animal. I would like to know more about this No More Puddles. And so these are the type of people that are a part of No More 9 to 5. Association breeds assimilation, and we become what we are around. If you want to be more successful, if you want to upscale your business, if you want to be around people that are doing things and that can help you do things, you want to be a part of No More 9 to 5. And then Tim says, I'd love to. Yes. Well, we're going to have you on. We're going to have you on. All right. All right. So, Jason, there are so many things that we can talk about. So many things. But you know what? I'm running my mouth and I do have a commercial I need to play. So let me take a minute and do that. And we'll come back and continue to talk.
Let me introduce you to ChatBridge. It's a revolutionary new solution for getting great results from your online networking. Today, online networking has become the standard for millions of professionals. However, getting results from your meetings can be a daunting task. But now that challenge has been solved. Everyone knows how hard virtual meeting follow-up is. You go to an online meeting where at the end, people say save the chat to follow up. And now you have a nearly unusable and ugly chat text file to work with. You can now say goodbye to the hassles of downloaded Zoom-type chat records. For the first time, with the introduction of this new chat bridge tool, you have a simple system to easily import, search, review, follow up, and find opportunities with the people you meet in all of your virtual networking meetings. And we also made it easy to archive all of your chat files and information on the people you met networking for future use. And it doesn't stop there. With ChatBridge, when you select people to follow up with, you can view their exact posts and even click into their website, LinkedIn profile, or Facebook page if they shared it. Then you can import your selected contacts into the powerful EngagePro system, or export your contacts to your CRM, email tool, or autoresponder. Following up and getting great results from online networking is now easy and just a click away. Experience the power of the new ChatBridge, and you'll quickly see how to find new clients, get more referrals, speaking opportunities, and JV partners. There's nothing like it. Find out now how economical and easy it is to get the results you want from online networking at chatbridgeconnect.com.
Let me tell you, ChatBridge is a game changer. If you attend networking meetings, and you know how we save the chat, but then it's in a Zoom folder and it's all a bunch of garbled up stuff. Well, with ChatBridge, it organizes your stuff. It organizes it with the phone numbers, the links, all of that, and it makes it easier to connect with people. I have put in the comments an opportunity for you to have a free test run of ChatBridge. Go to https://bit.ly ChatBridge VT. Check it out. It is amazing, absolutely amazing. Again, if you go to a lot of networking meetings, this is the best way to stay in contact with the people that you meet in those networks. All right, now we're back.
Can I comment on that? Because
Yes.
Tom's my buddy, and I love ChatBridge and EngagePro, and I just want to say that he's been to several of our meetings. I've had several one-on-one calls with him, and the creator of that company is amazing.
He is.
Of course, the company itself does exactly what it's supposed to, but I just want to let
He
y'all know
is.
it is
He's
good.
Yes, he's been a guest on my show. He is a wonderful person. He's genuine, and with ChatBridge, he has a lifetime membership of only $197, and it's for life. And it's guaranteed that you will love it or you can get your money back. So ChatBridge is a wonderful thing. And again, I have in the chat an opportunity for you to do a free test run with ChatBridge. All right, now let's come back to what we were talking about. And, why should people, let's talk about, okay, so many times, and when I did my promo for this show, I did a quote by James Michener, and that quote is, "The master in the art of living draws no distinction between his work and his play, his labor and his leisure, his mind and his body, his education and his recreation, his love or his religion. He hardly knows which is which. He simply pursues his vision of excellence through whatever it is he's doing and leaves it to others to determine whether he's working or playing. To himself, he's always doing both. And no more 9 to 5 will give you an opportunity to look at your purpose and your passion." So I want you to talk a little bit about that.
Did I talk about what was in our boot camps?
Talk about your boot camp.
All right. So our boot camp, we evolved. We had alpha training, stoicism training, financial literacy, wealth mindset, a bunch of things like that. We still have that training in the back office. The new training is about quantum enlightenment, meditation, goal setting, self-discovery. The goal here is to figure out who you are, your authentic self. And I say that a lot of people are probably like, I'm me. What are you talking about? Well, you might wear different hats, per se. You're a different you when you go to work versus when you lay down with your spouse versus when you're with your kids. We adapt. And a lot of us, when we're younger, we have a huge imagination, capable of anything. The world is our oyster. As we get older, we get a little bit of responsibility, starts to narrow down. We go inside of this box, and I need to wake up, I need to stretch, I need to do this, I need to do that. The day becomes mundane. End up driving to work, repetitive tasks, kind of lose your shininess. And that's literally the definition of the rat race, right? Losing your ambition, losing your motivation, just being kind of like a mindless drone, showing up day after day. And if you enjoy it, if you enjoy what you do, if it's your passion, and it's got to be a good combination too, because I love what we did at the state, but it didn't pay enough. So if you can love what you do and figure out a way to get paid doing it, you're going to have an ideal life. And what a lot of people don't realize is that the No More 9 to 5 Club is not just for entrepreneurs. I've had people that work at warehouses come here, join our membership, start picking up on the vibrations, changing the way they're thinking, they're speaking, start opening up new neural pathways. We have brain entrainment inside of the club. We can expand the way that you think. That is our goal. Guess what happened to those people when they went back to work? They weren't looking to quit their job, but they got promotions, they got raises because
Wow.
management couldn't ignore the change. Nobody can. That's how the law of attraction works. If you can put out the right thoughts, if you can make the right choices continuously, it's going to add up into a better, healthier, more vibrant you. And that starts with, I'm not telling anybody to go quit their job. Don't quit my boring job that I hate and not like fall behind on your mortgage. Don't do that. I've had people do that. They're like, I'm quitting and I'm going to go all in. And I'm like, hold on, there's some frameworks you need to do. Like, let's get some income coming in before you quit your day job, right? So the point is, though, when you go home, when you're spending time with your family, with your kids, like hopefully you're spending time there. When they go to sleep, what are you doing? I talk to people all the time. They're like, that's my me time. I have a glass of wine. I watch my favorite Netflix show, and that's fine. But that's the only time that you have for you, and you're investing it in wine and Netflix. What's that going to add up to? Hopefully not too much wine, so you don't end up having to take pills for your liver. I'm just saying. So, balance it out. Maybe wine and Netflix one night. Maybe attend a networking event at the No More 9 to 5 Club another night. Maybe the third night you hit the gym. I don't know. That's up to you. The future version of yourself. They have abs. Are they making money? It's really up to you to decide who you want to be with your choices today. Whatever you did a moment ago, an hour ago, yesterday, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter because you're still living in that reality. But you have a clear choice right this moment to do something different, to make a change for your future. Because if you're not content, nothing's going to change unless you change it. I mean, sometimes miracles happen, things come out of nowhere, and we can manifest stuff like that. But from everything that I've experienced and learned in all my accomplishments, is I had to take part. God doesn't like to reward us for not getting up. He doesn't want us to expect things to be dropped in our lap. He expects us to know that we have the power to create a better reality right here on earth. And I think that's what we need to put our power into doing for each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you said so much right there. One of the things you talked about as children, and how many people do you know that as a child, they knew what they wanted to do, they knew what they wanted to be, and they lived it. They lived it. How many, but so often, like you said, we get jaundice. We end up not living our dreams because life happens. But if you think about what were some of the things you said you wanted to be as a child, why aren't you doing those things now?
That's a great question. I think when I was a child, my ambitions were not so much career focused. It was more so lifestyle focused. Who I want to be is somebody who had respect, somebody who had authority and social influence, somebody who had integrity, somebody who had the means to provide and move how I wanted to. It was more so like an idea of what kind of man I wanted to become, as opposed to a career. And that's why I was able to stay fluid and flexible, because I had a character, right? And that character was loosely defined based on my morals and values and who I thought I wanted to strive to be, based on my mentors and the people I looked up to, and all the learning that I did from other successful people, the qualities that they had. That's what I strived for. Did I hit the mark every time? No, I'm human. I've lost my temper a few times. Where, go ahead. You have
Yes,
a question.
yes, but as a child, you knew you wanted to be a man of integrity. You knew you wanted be a man with character. You knew what those, even though it may not have been a career, but you had those innate desires to be a better person. And as a result of wanting to be those things as a child, you lived your life so that you could be those things, not only for yourself, but also for your family. And so, even as a child, back then, you knew what type of person you wanted to be, even if it didn't have anything to do with the career, which says a lot about you, because oftentimes kids, but then that has a lot to do with your environment and
I was just thinking that. I think
yes,
I think what molded that was me learning what I didn't want to be. Me running into bad characters, me witnessing people that repulsed me, and realized that, I don't want to be around them. Nobody should want to be around them. And realizing that I didn't want to be that guy that repulsed people, that people thought, oh my goodness, like, let me run away from him. He's horrible. And I ran into enough good people to learn the difference.
yes. I used to tell my son all the time, association breeds assimilation. We become what we are around. And if you saw those elements that you didn't want to be like, that says so much for you as a person. And I do have another commercial that I need to play. So let me pause for the cause.
Your trauma talks, your trauma talks, your trauma talks, trauma talks, trauma talks, your trauma. This is your trauma, your trauma. Life is full of surprises. But you, because your trauma is your trauma. Life has kicked you to the curb, but you have picked yourself up many times, because your trauma is yours, your trauma, mental health, your city, where you will be set to stage and tell your trauma talk.
Your trauma talk. I know that was a kind of weird commercial, but that commercial is we're looking for speakers that want to share their trauma experiences to help other people. And that event is in New York, and in fact, the venue is on Broadway. So if you are interested in being a speaker for your trauma talk to make a difference in someone's life, I've put the link in the comments, and you can click on that link, find out more information, and sign up to be a speaker. The event is in April 24th, 20 and 25th, I believe. So check it out. Your trauma talk can make a difference in somebody else's life. It will help people realize that they're not alone in experiencing their traumas and their experiences in life. So check it out. Your trauma talk. All right. I'm back. Okay. So Jason, oh my God. No more 9 to 5. One of the things that it will also help us do, because of that training and going inside yourself and recognizing that there may be things in your past that has impacted your future. It doesn't have to be the case. As a matter of fact, earlier today, I was on another show and there was a quote that T.D. Jakes had said, and he says, when you hold on to your history, you're doing it at the expense of your destiny. When you hold on to your history, you're doing it at the expense of your destiny. Jason, I want you to speak to that.
I'm about to, because I know. All right. So when I was in the military and before, I gained a lot of nicknames in my life, but one of them was No Shame McNamara. And the reason they called me No Shame is because I would tell it how it is. I don't need to sugarcoat things, right? And I'm willing to point out the truth. I'll try to be tactful. I don't purposely hurt people's feelings, but at the end of the day, if there's room for improvement, we need to talk about it. The power to unlocking your best self is to forgiving your worst self. As above, so below. Nobody's perfect. If you take those shortcomings and you ignore them, you try to pretend like they're there, you try to sweep them under the rug, they're going to weigh you down. We call it shadow work. Being able to identify themselves, going into your history, the things that may have made you form opinions or judgments or reservations about things in life. An easy way to determine if you need to do some shadow work is if you get bothered. If you are noticing, you should be actively noticing every moment of your life, to be awoke, to be aware. You are noticing yourself straying from positive thoughts, from the path that you thought you're supposed to be on. And you're thinking thoughts that are lower vibrational, like negative or anything like that. You need to figure out why. What threw you off? What's bothering you? Ask yourself if there's anything you can do about it. If there is, make a plan. If there's not, move on. Don't let something you can't control dictate and rent space in your brain. But it starts with forgiveness, because once you identify whatever flaw you have, whatever somebody did something to you, and now you're judging other people, or you have a little fear or anxiety, it happens. But forgive them and realize not everybody's like that. I'm not saying don't take the lesson learned, but don't let it stop you from living life. That's a lot of the work we do with people with PTSD, is just pointing that out. Most people already know. Most people that we run into don't feel like they're getting attention to detail at the VA or in other services. They're just a number. It's a high turnover. And with us, just human people that have went through real things and can relate. And that's what we build, as a community of people who show up well, show up as their best self, and give their best advice selflessly as a trusted advisor. When you can achieve that level of enlightenment, philanthropy, whatever you want to call it, you put out the best of the best that you have into the world 24/7. Guess what's going to come back? The law of reciprocity, right? It's going to come back like a boomerang. So many good things are going to come back and hit you right in the head and land in your pocket, and you won't even know what to do with it. But remember, it starts with keeping an open mind and giving people the best of the best every time you show up in everything that you do, and knowing who you are. So that's where that forgiveness comes in. You have to do that self-discovery. You have to do that shadow work to go back deeper into your soul, into your person, to your egos. And I want to say egos because we all have different egos, that different face you wear at work versus with the spouse versus with the kids. Those are different egos. So you need to balance them. You need to become authentic as one person and realize that all of those egos are one person. That is you. You are the captain of your ship. You are the player holding the controller to the video game. You are not the character in the game going around mindlessly numbing, chopping wood, or whatever it is, building a house. You're controlling it, and you see a bigger picture, and you have a vision. Maybe you want hot pockets when you're done with the video game. I don't know. That's completely up to you guys. But it's your life, and you need to forgive whatever didn't go right so you can make the rest go better.
Yes. And you know what? I want to talk about forgiveness for a minute, because first, forgiving ourselves is so important, and being able to forgive other people. And think about it. In many cases, those people that we're still holding that negativity towards, they're getting on with their lives. They're not even thinking about us. And here we are still holding this stuff inside of us that actually is making us sick. So forgiveness is key. Forgiving yourself and then forgiving other people is so important. Just as we expect to be forgiven, we need to be able to forgive. Forgive yourself. What you just said, Jason, was just beautifully said, beautifully said, beautifully said. I had a quote, a message that came in. I'm not quite understanding what it is. So that's why I took it down, because I'm not really clear on it. But this forgiveness thing is so, 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 so important. People wonder why they have illnesses. And in many cases, it's because they're harboring all this unforgiveness inside of them. John has a comment. He says, Jason, well said. We all have God-given uniquenesses that is within us to be all that we can be. As it works for you, you're sharing your true self to the world works so well. Thank you, Vera and Jason, for your love, self-love. Let's continue to grow that together. Thank you. He says, super show. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please give me a review on Vera Thomas Show on Facebook. And then Dr. Matt, he says, empowerment. He's an empowerment health coach. He says, who are you and who do you want to become are questions towards self-mastery when answered authentically. Absolutely. And that is a question that we often have to ask ourselves. Who am I? What do I want to be? And I remember as a child, because of growing up dealing with being bullied and abused and all that kind of stuff, I remember praying and asking, what is my purpose? Why was I born? I would cry asking that question. And always questioning, who am I? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? Now I know. But then, and we all grapple, we have to come to grips with that. Okay. Vlad says, Christ is my Führer. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that is?
Christ is my Führer. I think Führer was the German word they used for Hitler. So he's saying Christ is his leader.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Yes, Christ is our leader. Absolutely. And thank you. I know you're watching from another country. And so I appreciate you watching this show tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
International audience, Vera.
Yeah, international. Yes. I'm so excited. I get too excited. Okay. Can you believe we only have 2 minutes left? I have one more commercial, and then I'm going to give you the floor and let you. Oh, I got to play our No More 9 to 5 after this commercial. It'll be the next thing. So let me play this.
Mama Knows creates high-quality products that are available to be used on multiple textures of hair. Her goal is to bridge the gap to stop people from having to use multiple products because of families with multiple hair types. Her products are currently being used on men, women, children of all ethnicities. Mama Knows products are available at www.mamaknowsproducts.com. That's www.mamaknowsproducts.com. You can also find her on Instagram at Mama Knows Products, because Mama knows what you need.
Mama knows what you need. Now, let me tell you about these products. They are awesome. They smell great. Shampoos, conditioners, hair serums, moisturizers. I use the products myself. They smell wonderful. And if detanglers and all those things, and it's for all ethnicities, men, women, boys, and girls. You want to check out Mama Knows products. Why? because mama knows what you need. Yes. All right. Now, let me play our video. And before I play the video, though, I do want you to give us some final words. And then I'm going to play the video, which will play us out.
You know, I think Dr. Matt, that comment about self-mastery and authenticity, I think that's what it's about. My goal is to find good people that want to do better and help them get there. So if that's you, if you want to do better for you, if you want to do better for your family, if you want to do better for the society, the world around you, your community, whatever your motivation is, come see us. And let's see what kind of gaps to excellence we can help find and close to bring you closer to your goal. That's all I got.
And with that, I'm going to play our commercial, and also Jason is a sponsor. And so we're going to play this. And Jason, please don't leave yet. Okay. So with that, I will see you all on Thursday. I've got another exciting show coming up to honor Black history. And so please join me on Thursday as well. But in the meantime, have a great remaining week. Jason, thank you so much for being my guest. And we'll talk right after this is over.
Hallelujah.
Hey there, Jason McNamara here, and I'm about to drop something truly game-changing your way. Are you tired of the same old 9-to-5 grind, feeling stuck in obtaining the life you deserve and craving something more? Well, listen up, because I've got something you will not want to miss. Introducing the No More 9-to-5 Club Professional Membership, your ticket to freedom and success in the entrepreneurial world. With our professional membership, you'll get access to weekly coaching sessions, pre-recorded trainings, and a vibrant community of fellow game changers. You get access to technology that will allow you to automate passive income streams, as well as unlock all of our expert-led trainings in the back office so you know where to go for good advice when you need it. You will also use the club to build up a residual income stream with a 2-tier 33% affiliate commission unlocked at this level, allowing you to help people help themselves while generating a residual passive income stream for yourself. And here's the kicker. For a limited time, you can unlock all of this just for a $1.11 donation to our club foundation.
I like this one.
Your first month is on us. So what's holding you back? Click the link below, make your donation, and let's start building the life and business of your dreams together. Here at the No More 9-to-5 Club, we're all about turning dreams into reality and smashing through those glass ceilings.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, we've got the tools and support you need to thrive and evolve. And don't forget to sign up for our bootcamp training. It's the perfect way to kickstart your journey and unlock even more perks. So what are you waiting for? Join the No More 9-to-5 Club today, and let's make those dreams a reality. I can't wait to see you on the inside. You only get one now. Invest it in your better future. Let's make magic happen together.
The Vera Thomas Show. The Vera Thomas Show. The Vera Thomas Show. The Vera Thomas Show. Let's talk about it. 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 On the Vera Thomas Show. Let's talk